see the same Patriots defense previous years, or a little bit of wrinkles?
It's the same. It's the same type of thing. Obviously the personnel is a bit different. That's with every team every year, but they have the same philosophy under Belichick. They just try to take away the strengths of whoever they're playing, and they give you multiple different looks. I would say that's the biggest difference. Usually in NFL, teams kind of stick with what they do, but their defense over there, they'll switch to anything that they feel like will stop the team they're playing. So.
Amari, what difference do you see in CD's game this year compared to his rookie year?
I would say he's a more experienced player. He's a smarter player. He's a more patient player. That's the biggest difference. He's just more patient. When you're a rookie in this league, you want to put up big numbers, huge numbers, and sometimes you kind of put the cart before the horse to do that. But now he understands that you just have to let the game come to you.
He said he's become more studious before games, studying who might be covering him. Have you helped him with that? Have you seen that?
To be honest, when he was a rookie, I thought he was real studious. He was watching a lot of film. His numbers, his minutes on us watching film was sky high. So maybe he's doing more, even more. Say it again.
Last time you were up there, played up there, tough day for you, really young, you had a catch.
Yeah.
How much do you say? I'm not even gonna look at that tape.
It's in the past, but I haven't even thought. I haven't thought about that. There's no need to really look at the tape because they don't really have the same guys who were covering me during that game. But it happens, But they're a totally different team. So, no, I didn't look at the tape. No.
Based on your experience with their reputation for how they play defense, do you have different expectations as an offense when you play a team like that, as far as what kind of game it's likely to be?
We take it as a challenge. We feel like we're on the road to becoming a really good team offensively, and we take it as a challenge because we know that they're going to present a challenge for us defensively. So we'll see how it turns out.
Is this team kind of really well constructed to?
Hey, Leighton, you could call Dak. Dak, tell him we need to get that route. Just tell him we need to get that route. You got to get that route.
Hey.
Yeah, we good. All right.
Is your team pretty well constructed to take whatever someone throws at you more than some other teams?
I don't know what other teams are able to take.
Teams you've been on.
I'm back.
There's a lot of versatility in your offense.
Yeah, I would definitely, say this is the best team I've been on since I've been in the league, for sure.
Amari, do you know the last time this franchise beat the Patriots?
No.
1996.
Okay.
Is that hard to fathom? You care?
It's not hard to fathom because I've been in the league 7 years and I've only played some teams like once or twice, so that's why it's not hard to fathom. Since 1996, how many times would you say we've played them? Seven.
Yeah. The game losing streak. Six game losing streak.
So six times in 25 years we've played them. It's an awful losing streak, but you would expect us to have played them more in 25 years, So it's not surprising to me, but hopefully we can change that.
Your former coach, a couple days ago, what's your thoughts on that whole situation
Yeah, it's unfortunate for their team. I still know a couple players on the team. You lose your head coach. It's just, it's like you losing that leadership. You losing everything that you've built from camp up until now. But hopefully those guys can, rally behind each other and get the job done.
I'm surprised at you that, as you said, the leader of the team is making those types of comments, especially to another league executive.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really get surprised at anything. I don't really get surprised at anything these days. I've seen a lot of different things happen, so I wouldn't say I'm surprised. But knowing Gruden, I never thought he was racist. I never thought he was misogynistic or anything like that. It just goes back to what I said in the previous interview, like just knowing personality types. Just knowing Gruden, he's able to make really quick decisions, and sometimes it can be impulsive. So sometimes it could be good, sometimes it could be bad. Like for example, he's not the type of guy to, on a fourth down to be hesitant about if he's going to go for it or not. That's where it's a good thing, Not the type of guy to take 15, 20 minutes to decide what he's going to wear in the morning. But then on the other hand, it could be a bad thing when you're impulsive like that, I guess, when you just feel like you have to say something and you just say it without thinking. So it's just his personality, I guess.
We talked about the continuity and the unselfishness of this team with you for the last couple of weeks. How do you feel like across the board you guys are handling success? Are there like little conversations going on with leaders about, hey, don't get too hyped, don't feed into the outside noise and stuff like that?
I mean, when you expect to, every team expects to have success every year. So I always look at it like if you expect to have success, then you're not surprised by it. You're not letting anything get to your head because this is what you expect. So, we've had conversations with, in team meetings with coaches, telling us to be, aware of not getting on that high horse. But I think we're all pros and we know better.
This early in the season still, but yours with the Patriots as the standard across the league.
Right.
Because he was a quarterback. Do you look at this game as, okay, we win this game going to the bye, we really made a statement?
Yeah, it's a really important game for us. Just because who they are, who they were, and who they still are. They like I said, they still have the same coach. They present a challenge to us. He's a really smart coach, really studious coach. And they just play differently than a lot of other teams. And they're going to present a lot of challenging looks for us on offense and defense. So it's going to be a big game for us.
I think last one, guys. I've asked you about this type of thing before, and you talked about how they changed their stuff up. How useful is your knowledge of Mills as a player on this team, considering that they're obviously asking different things of him?
Yeah. When you play those division opponents, he was at the Eagles. You get to know guys, know their tendencies and everything like that. But you can never really focus too much on that because, some players work really hard and they could make a huge leap in their games in a year if they really wanted to. But yeah, I feel like we know him well. But like I said, he might be a different player when we play him. Thanks, I gotta go.